everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to edit this Halloween templates for a Discord server announcement. And in the description of the video, I'll have an actual download to the templates. And the template is all that you will need. Any other assets that you might possibly want, you can find through Google Images. And that's only if you wish to make modifications to this existing design, or off your own drive if you wish to add a logo of your server or any server you participate in onto this banner. I'm going to be going through this using Adobe Photoshop. Completely understandable if you don't own it. It is a paid software and not a cheap one at that. So instead, a great free alternative is called Photopea. Simply photopea.com has everything you need that I'll be using in Photoshop. You can pop all these open, you can do clipping masks, you can do blending options, all kinds of stuff, as well as saving with file, export, and then PNG to save the image, and then anything else you could possibly want, along with all these tools on the sidebar. And there's the eyedropper. And for actually grabbing new images, what I recommend you do is to start off, search Halloween clip art in Google Images, then go to Tools, go to Color, and then pick Transparent. And this is a great starting point. You can find all kinds of stuff, but if you want to narrow your search even more, you can add, for example, skeleton clip art or bat clip art, Frankenstein clip art, so on and so forth. And then just right click, save image as, and then open it in Photoshop and simply drag it into your working document. Now, getting into how you can actually edit this document, or should I say this project. Let's say for the candy, and I did include this candy asset pack just as a bit of a starting point because adding candy is definitely understandable. So I'm going to use my lasso tool, which I just grabbed from the left side. I'm going to go around this particular one here, do a Control J, hide the rest of the candy, and now I have just this single candy layer. Now I'm going to drag this over here and then drag the main file up. And I'm using this move tool throughout this entire process. And once it's with spiders, I can say, for example, delete all of these spiders and then use this one candy, Control T, or edit retransform to then adjust it and hold Shift here if need be as you drag it down and resize it to fit the needs. And then by following this process, and here I'm going to do Alt and then drag, or you can do again Control J, but Alt and drag is quicker. Just go around and add some candies, and this is a good example of one kind of edit you can do. And to quickly copy this to the other side, since these corners themselves are duplicates, you know this curve is going to be perfectly equal on both sides. So you can take all of these, do Control J, then Control T, go to the width, add a minus to the front of it, click the check mark, go back to the move tool, hold Shift, and then drag to the right, make sure line up, and now you have candy going down each side. And here you can add a bucket, or you can replace the moon with a bucket, candy dripping down, candy hanging off cobwebs. So many different ways you can go about configuring this. You just have to grab those assets off of Google Images, though you might actually have enough here. Anyway, you get the idea with that. For everything else, it's in this base area. If you want to add a new image to the background or just an existing image, for an existing image, make sure you keep it clipped, and clipping mask is as simple as doing right click, create clipping mask, and that just ensures it does not say, for example, go outside this frame here. So keep an eye on this jack-o'-lantern in the corner here. As soon as I add the clipping mask, it's now staying within that frame. And let's say you have this bat here, you don't want that bat in the corner, and it's this corner right there that I'm editing the bat at. You can move the bat over, or you can do free transform again to change its rotation, And let's say you want to add a new shape to the background. First off, go to the eyedropper tool and sample the image color. Then once you have the color itself, you can drag in your new shape and go to right click, blending options, color overlay, and then choose that same color that is used for all these other background images. Okay, and with that done, once you have your final product, to actually save it, go to your rectangular marquee tool, highlight over the entire thing, edit, copy merged, file, new, create, and then Control V. From here, I recommend file, export, save for web if you're in Photoshop, just because it compresses the image down, makes it easier to upload, or alternatively file, save as, and then choose PNG. Because Photopea does not, I guess it's not able to read your clipboard and therefore can't read the size of the image. It's not going to create a new file at the correct size. So as long as you didn't change the actual dimensions of the banner that I have in this template, when you do a, let's say, okay, this is the canvas size, so 701 by 200. Let's go to Photopea. And here we're going to highlight over this entire thing, go to edit, copy merged, file, new, and we'll do 701 by 200. And then let's make sure this is transparent, create, Control V, and even here we're going to have to make some adjustments. To zoom in, I'm holding Alt and then scrolling with my scroll wheel. Make some adjustments to get that to fit. And even here, I think it's supported. Yep, you can use the arrow keys to make 1 pixel adjustments. So at the bottom as well, pixel adjustments, and that fits perfectly. Once again, a file, export, and choose PNG. All right, and that wraps an end for this video. If you found it helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. You'll find all the files you need in the description, and other than that, I hope you have an awesome day.